Have you ever stood in a room that used to be loud and realized the silence is louder than the noise ever was? You walk past a bedroom door 3 times a day, but you haven't turned the handle in months. This is the story of a woman named Linda and the maple tree that spent 18 years breathing for someone else. Linda was 51. For 23 years, she had been a librarian in Westport, Connecticut, a woman who organized the world into neat categories. Her own life had only one category: Sophie. For 18 years, Linda measured time in school years. Soccer carpools at 6 a.m., Taylor Swift lyrics drifting from upstairs at midnight, the frantic energy of SAT prep, an Apple Watch reminder labeled "Pick Up Sophie" that she had set when Sophie was 10 and never deleted. Then came that Sunday in late August, a folded futon, a dorm room at Wesleyan, a drive home in silence for 90 miles. The house wasn't just quiet, it felt excavated. The fridge held only adult food. The group chats went silent. By October, Linda's long texts to Sophie were being met with single emojis. One Tuesday, standing in the cereal aisle, she saw a box of Honey Nut Cheerios and felt a grief so physical she had to leave her cart and walk out into the rain. She stood in the Stop and Shop parking lot, soaked, and could not remember what she used to like before she was somebody's mother. 2 days later, Mrs. Ellsworth knocked. She was 78, a watercolorist, a retired Wesleyan art professor, and Linda's neighbor on Campo Road for 25 years. Her own daughter had left for Brown 30 years ago. She had been watching Linda's driveway since August, the trash going out late, the mail piling up, no morning walk. She didn't offer platitudes. She didn't say it would get easier. She held out a thermos of black coffee in one hand and an old, paint-stained flannel shirt in the other. Linda took both. Mrs. Ellsworth walked her out through the screen door to the green metal chair under the maple. Linda and Jim had planted that tree the afternoon they brought Sophie home from the hospital. To Linda, the tree had always been Sophie. Tall, vibrant, reaching away from the house. Mrs. Ellsworth dragged a second chair from the porch, set it beside Linda's, and sat down with her own thermos. I sat under mine for a whole year. The year June left. Don't bother with a rake. Don't plant anything. Just watch what it does with what it no longer needs. She drank her coffee. She did not say anything else. After a while, she stood, walked back across her own lawn, and picked up a watercolor brush on her porch. She did not look at Linda again that morning. But she did not go inside either. The first month, the leaves came down in golden sheets. Linda sat in her green metal chair and watched the yard become a mess. She felt the urge to clean it, to organize the chaos. But she stayed still. By November, the tree was bare, a skeletal hand against a flat gray sky. Linda looked at the empty branches and thought, "That's me. I have nothing left to give." That night, she tried to fix it the way she fixed everything else. She pulled 18 photo albums down from the hallway closet, sat cross-legged on Sophie's bedroom floor, started sorting them, chronological by year, then by season, then by which child was Sophie's best friend that semester. The librarian way. By midnight, she had 4 labeled bins, 3 empty wine glasses, and a hollow in her chest twice as wide as when she started. She put the bins in the basement. She did not tell Jim. She did not go back outside for 2 weeks. But the maple kept doing what the maple does. In late January, between 2 cold snaps, Linda walked out to dump the compost bucket. She glanced at the pile of leaves under the tree, the one she had not been allowed to rake, and stopped. They weren't just dead. The bottom layer was turning black, softening, merging with the dirt. She knelt and pressed her hand to the cold, damp earth. It was warm. That night, Linda walked into Sophie's room. She didn't cry. She carried the old desk to the basement, and in its place, she set up an easel. April arrived with a quiet ferocity. One Saturday, Linda sat in her chair with a cup of coffee. On the very branch where the first leaf had fallen 6 months prior, a tiny green bud was pushing through the bark. Linda did not move. Mrs. Ellsworth was already in her own seat across the lawn, a sketchbook on her lap. Her hands were stained with raw sienna and burnt umber, two colors she had been mixing all winter to paint a rotting maple leaf. She watched Linda look up at the bud, then down at her own feet, at the dark, rich soil where the leaves had been all winter, soft and black and breathing. Mrs. Ellsworth set down her brush and nudged a clump of that soil with the toe of her boot. "That's good ground." She did not say anything else. Linda put her coffee down. She knelt and picked up a handful of the dirt. It was warm in her palm. It smelled like rain on a Vermont road, and like the inside of Mrs. Ellsworth's greenhouse, the one she had built the year June left for Brown. Linda held it for a long time. When she stood up, her shoulders, rigid since the August drive home, came down half an inch. She wiped the soil onto her jeans and walked back across her own lawn to her own back door. She did not look back. She did not need to. In May, Linda finished her first canvas in 28 years. It wasn't Sophie. It wasn't the tree either. It was the ground beneath the tree, the dark layer of leaves becoming soil that Mrs. Ellsworth had called good. She painted it in the slanted morning light, the way she'd painted in college, before she was anyone's mother. Her hand was shaky on the first stroke. It was certain on the second. When the paint was dry, she carried the canvas inside and propped it on the kitchen island. Then she did 3 things she had not done since August. She made herself a real breakfast: 2 eggs, sourdough toast, salted butter. She ate it sitting down at the table, not standing at the sink. She walked to the bedroom door at the end of the hall. She did not need to go in. She just turned the handle, swung it wide, and let the morning air move through. And she picked up her iPhone. She scrolled past Sophie's contact, down, 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 to a name she had not pressed the green button on in 28 years. Her college roommate. The girl she had painted watercolors with at 20. The phone rang twice. A voice on the other end said, "Linda?" Linda took the first deep breath she had taken since the August drive home. "Hi, it's me."